Hey guys, it's COREROSS, and today we're checking out a brand new system in Rainbow Six Siege, which is outlines for enemy players. This is being added in with Rainbow Six Siege X update, which is the Operation Daybreak season. And I believe the reason for this new system is the new game mode, which has attackers and defenders working together, but also means that you can have a sledge on your team and a sledge on the enemy team. So of course, you kind of want to know who is who. And this also changes its outlines for teammates as well, as it keeps the outline on all the time, even when they're not behind cover. This is how it is in Rainbow Six Siege right now. When you're fully seeing your teammate, they have no outline whatsoever. And you can customize this a little bit in the settings as well. But what this means is I would expect a reduction in friendly fire here in normal Rainbow Six Siege games, because just being outlined all the time means you can easily tell who is friend or foe straight away. However, when it comes to enemies, this can have a significant advantage or disadvantage depending on position. So right now we have an operator inverted at a window, and even very far away, I can see that red outline. Now, if we go to the live version of the game and watch that player just disappear into the corner, I think this is a pretty good example, even zoomed in, of the difference between these two systems. Now, I did play around with how it works with smoke, and I was actually quite impressed. I was kind of expecting that maybe we'd end up with a full outline of an operator, or at least we'd have something that looked kind of ugly, but actually it seems to work quite well. Now, I did another test where I just went and made a bunch of punch holes. Right now, there is no defender behind any of these punch holes. So we'll simply look away, and then we'll put a defender behind one of the holes and see how quickly you can figure out which one he's behind. So for me, I think it's quite easy to see that it's this one. There's just a light red glow around the breach, and I think it's enough to give away their location. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the different colors you can actually go for teams. So of course, we're currently on red. If we go to orange, it just blends right in. We cannot see that, I think, at all. And then if we also go and switch it over to the other potential option, which would be blue, again, I don't think, like, it's a bit more visible, but it's not enough to be clear. And I think it's maybe possible as well that people with color blindness will now have a bit of a disadvantage on this new outline system. And then another test I did was a pixel peek. So of course, pixel peeking in Rainbow Six Siege is extremely powerful because unlike more realistic games, the bullet comes out of the sight of your gun, which means you can literally shoot through a single pixel wide hole, whereas in reality, the actual barrel of your gun would be offset and would just be shooting the wall instead. And normally in these pixel peaks, you have to be watching for the changing colors as an operator moves past. Now, sometimes depending on colors of operators' outfits, that can be quite hard to see. Whereas I think you can probably agree with me here that, my God, this is extraordinarily visible in this scenario. And then another place that I think that will probably have a significant impact is vertical play. Normally, when looking down or up, especially with a lot of different destruction, it's very hard sometimes to see the operators above or below you. Now, it should be significantly easier to do. So at this point, guys, I'd love to hear in the comments below what you think of this change. I could see it being quite controversial. And then overall, my conclusion here for this, from my point of view, is I think this is a pretty significant thing, and I'll very much be watching for that red in gameplay from now on, and I could see myself taking advantage of it quite well. And then for someone who's colorblind, I could see this being quite a downside. And then I wonder what would happen if on your TV or monitor you up the red factor, if you could actually see these outlines even clearer. But anyway, guys, that's an initial test of the new outline system in Rainbow Six Siege X that will be launching on June 10th.